So welcome all to the today's session on the Drupal Essentials. This is the week 2 program. Today topic is the Drupal Essentials part. So as we discussed in the last week, we have discussed about the Drupal installation part and the Drupal overview, which is very basic level. That is the first week of program. Today is the second week of program, which is Drupal Essentials. Tomorrow we can see the Drupal's user management part. So in this today topic, we are going to see admin page and the content and the content types and article website and the content management. Then recommended modules and the 12 modules, some built-in modules and forum modules on the we can go through. Okay. So first we are going to see about admin page. Once last week in the first week of program, we given a task about install the Drupal in our local system so that we can continue to the next classes. So continue to that part. We have a basic installation. Now we are going to see about the admin page. Through the admin page, you can customize and configure your website. You can extend the functionality. Okay. So for that purpose, we are going to discuss about the admin page today. So you can enable the functionality through extended page, I mean a module page. As per your needs, you may have your requirement like any websites requirement you can achieve through the module installation part. Okay, so you need to actually let me share another screen. Another thing is my Drupal installation. Yeah, this one. So we have installed our Drupal 9 and the first classes. So as discussed, this is the extended page. Here only you can navigate your module installation part. So this page. Okay. So that is what the yeah. So you're able to see my presentation. Let me finish the presentation now. After that, we can go to the Drupal interface. Okay. So is it okay? Is it fine? Please use the chat box. Yeah, thanks, Amit. Thanks, Abhishek, Shankar. Okay. So through the admin interface, you can customize your website design. That's what we going to discuss. Look and feel, and you can add a content through the add content menu will be over in the top, and so we can going to see some other recommended modules. And then the second thing, we can talk about the content and the content types. So default content types and the custom content types. What is? Can anyone tell me what is the default content types available in the Drupal?
అది పడుకుంటే పండదంటే వెంటనే కూడా లేవదు మా వేస్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది
Yeah, so default content types is just basic page and article types, and custom content type we can going to create a content types as per our requirement. Okay, that is as per our needs we can create a custom content types. Welcome Chinnai. And the next thing we are going to talk about the basic custom default content type, which is article and page type. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between article and the page content type? Can you please in the response in the chat box or voice over? Anyone?
Article page is like a blog content type. We can create multiple articles using the same content type. And for the basic page is we are creating single pages like about us and contact page kind of.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Naveen, thanks for the concept. So as he said, Article page is a default content that is bundled comes together in the Drupal core packages. As we said, article is used as a content that is going to be very often. Okay, like for example, blog post, news feed, any other announcement, you can use it at via article content type. So basic page content type, which is very static level pages. Example, about us content, our contact us pages and our services, that and all very static level. You will update maybe very minimal frequency. But in an article type, you will update very frequent. Okay, so that is the difference between article and the page content type. So that is comes built in Drupal core packages. Likewise, you can create your custom content types that we are going to see in the upcoming sessions. Okay, so next part, Drupal versioning system. Can anyone tell me what is the current version of Drupal version you have installed? Okay, no one responding. Okay, I will show you the slide. So currently I have installed an 8.9.3, which is the version I have used. So what is the version number? The big is this 8 is the major upgrade. This 9 is the minor upgrade. This 13 is the patch kind of upgrade. So this 13, it can be any bug fixes or a minimal level batch release can be denotes. The 9, well, the middle part will be a minor version. Okay, this 8, currently we have a Drupal 9 version, right? So what is the difference between 8 and 9 is there's some drastical change. Major changes will be versioning to this number. So 7 and 8 we have a more changes. For 8 and 9 will have a minimal changes, but anyway core level they have maintained some versioning. So for that purpose they are maintaining this version 8 to 9. Okay, so this is major and minor and batch release. That is what this version number denotes. Okay, then we can create a content in a bulk. So I will show you the screen later. There you can manage your content in very bulk. You can create in a bulk, you can create, delete, and you can publish through the admin interface. I will show you later. And also we can use a developer module to generate automatically create a content for our development purpose. Can anyone tell me what is the module for a developer module to generate automatically? Someone's talking and not yet responding. I'm not able to hear. Okay. Okay, let me move on. The next slide. So the module is dwell module. Okay. So using the dwell module, you can create a content for your development purpose. You can create a dummy content. Okay. And also the dwell module is the contributor module. You can download it from the Drupal.org. You can put it in a Drupal in the Drupal application. You can enable it. And in a Drupal 8, dwell module comes with a Kint debug functions. Okay, so those modules is a developer module. So for a developer perspective, you have to use that module. We can't use it in a production anyway. And then we are going to see about block. Okay, that we can going to cover later. What is next? We can now see this. Okay, then we are going to see about a forum module and some other built-in modules. Okay, then the next thing, these are the recommended modules. Anyway, I have a bunch of list of modules, but for this current topic, today we are going to see see about the very basic level overview. Right? For this purpose, I am recommended this much modules only. So we have admin toolbar and paragraph modules and web form, well modules, and the Google Analytics. So admin toolbar is used to easy navigation. I will show you the Chrome browser. Can Can you guys please tell me which screen you are seeing currently?
Your administration bar we are seeing at this moment.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So this is the admin interface. If anyone install an admin toolbar, you can see this kind of interface. When you mouse over, you can get the drop down. So this you can achieve it to navigate very easily. So for that purpose, I talked about this module, admin toolbar. Okay, paragraph module is used to generate a layout. Actually, I haven't installed the paragraph module. It takes time, so I haven't used stuff now. And also, this is the little bit advanced topic. But you can explore about this paragraph module. This paragraph module, once you have installed it, you can build a page in your as per your requirement. You can build the layout very easily. Okay, web form to capture the form input from the user, you can use the web form. This web form, it comes built in a Drupal core package. Okay, then dwell module. For the development purpose, we should have to use the dwell module. So we have to use sometimes we have to use a path auto. So path auto is the path alias you can create using this module. So purpose of path auto, if without using path auto, you will get to know the Drupal node content, right? You can visit via a base URL followed by the node / the node number. Okay, you have to change it manually, right? Instead of changing it manually, while installing this path auto module, it will automatically updated the URL from your Drupal node title. Okay, say for example, hello world is, if it is a title of your node, means once you have saved it, you cannot go to create a node URL manually. Path auto will take care about this node title, and it will generate with that slug. So base URL followed by hello-world. That could be the URL. That's what path auto will do. Okay, then Google Analytics. Google Analytics, you may know about it. The analytic purpose, we are going to use this module. Okay, so then I will show you the interface. So yeah, this is the admin interface. Currently, I am in the extended page where we can install our module. Okay. This is the first row. We are having a manage. This is the default. It will come this rule bar. Okay. Here you can have a more menus. Next to manage, we have our shortcuts. Okay. When you are going any pages, if you want to go very often, you can mark it as a add to shortcut. This is the icon we have to use. Once it is added to the default shortcuts, it will be available in the shortcuts area. I have enabled it in the shortcuts this page. It's getting load. Actually, for my local system, it takes more time. Yeah, I think it's loaded. When you mark it as add shortcut, you will get to know the color changes in the star mark, right? When you navigate the shortcuts, this page marked as a shortcut will be available in the external page. You'll be able to see by default the shortcut will come add content, all content. But when you add this star mark, it will be added in the under shortcuts. Then your name, below to that we can have a navigate to your profile and edit your profile, and you can log out. This is the dwell module I have installed just now, so that we have able to see this menus. We can do it. We can see it later. As of now, I'm navigating to one by one navigation under the manage. So since I have used admin, let me collapse this one. This is the admin toolbar I have installed, and once you install the admin toolbar, you have to enable admin toolbar extra tools. Then only you will get this kind of navigation. Otherwise, you will get a minimal level of navigation. Then I have installed the dual module and some other, except that we have a core built-in module, multilingual web services. We can see these things and are covered in the advanced topic. We can see it one by one in the upcoming sessions. Okay. Currently, I have installed these are the two contributor modules from the Drupal.org admin toolbar and dual module. Okay, so I have enabled the dual and the dual generate. So what is the purpose of dual generate? I will cover in the few minutes. You can see the next menus. So when you mouse over the Drupal droplets, you can see the flash all catches. Okay, whenever you build any modules or you have worked on the coding part, sometimes the function will be cached in the page level or JS level, CSS level, route level. We have many level of caching enabled, right? Those things we have to clear. So this is the, by navigating this URL, just click on this flush all caches, it will be clear all the cache functionality. Okay. Then other thing Gandal, we can explore it later. As of now, this is a it is advanced topic. We won't cover those things. Okay. Then content. Currently, we have, as we discussed, article page and basic page, right? Sorry, article content type and page content type. While mouse over to the add content, we can able to see article and basic page and forum that is enabled. This forum comes built in Drupal core. Okay, so through this, once I click on the article, it will take it to the article content type. So what is the difference between content and content types? This second slide, we have highlighted that. Okay, so sorry. So content and content types. Content types is the structure of the content. So content, you have created the content using the content types. Okay. So for example, for an article, we have a page title, we have body, and we have an image. Okay. And if you want, you can add many other fields that and all comes under content types. Okay. Likewise, for a page also we have a title and body content and image content, and if you want, you can put it a taxonomy term that also comes under content types. And likewise, you can create many fields. Okay, so this is the content form creation. Once you have filled out these details, that will be come into the front end. Okay, this is the content, and when you navigate the structure content types, we can see the content types. I will open it in the new window. So this title, body, I will show you the demo only under article, because article and page similar, tags and images. Okay. So this is the content types. Yeah. So this is the machine name, and this is the title. If you want to change, you can change it. Preview before submitting. Just explore. I cannot cover all the things. I will cover the basic level. Okay, publishing options. If you want, you can by default while submit the content, it will be published. So promote to front page. If you are enabled it, it will be automatically comes in the front page. Then sticker top of list, you can put it as a, if you want, it will come in the sticky. Then create new version. This and that is the version type of content if you want to create. Then display settings, this display information, author information. Then we can put it as in the menu also. You can do it in the menu settings. Okay. Then manage fields. Here only, if you want to, you can add a more fields. Okay, likewise, you can create your custom content type by navigating structure content types, add content type. Okay, say for example, if you want to add a movie review, you can create a content type as a review. What would be the review structure? It could be a film title, film banner image, and body content, and star rating, and so this kind of fields you have to collect before creating the content type. Okay, so let me move on. So this is the body and comments, image, and tags. These are the things comes by default. If you want to add additional fields, you have to navigate in this add field. Guys, this is a very basic level. Anyway, you may know about it. In the upcoming webinar, we should cover the advanced topic. So for that purpose only, I covered the very basic level. Because someone is not familiar with the admin interface, so that I covered. Okay. Okay. So if we have a two field, if you want to use the existing field from the other content types, it will be available in the drop down. Otherwise, you can create. If you want to, you can create a Boolean type of fields, comments, date field. You can create a timestamp, email, link. These are the things comes built in. If you want any additional fields, you can search it in the Drupal.org module. If that available to come up in a new field, you can download from the, you can put it in your Drupal file, Drupal application. Then once enable the module, some fields you can get it from there. Okay, so just to explore it, this general part, number part, reference, and the taxonomy term, and I can say it as a taxonomy term to use for the articles, because articles we can classify. Okay, actually by default it will be classified by through the tags also we can do it, but if you want more classification, you can put it as a, you have to create in the structure taxonomy, you have to create vocabulary. Okay, so that way you can classify. Okay, I have covered the add content, so that is how you have to create your content types and content. I hope these things clear. Please respond in the chat box. Sorry, I'm not getting any response. Thanks, Amit and Naveen, Abhishek. Yeah. So next thing is comments. You can see all the comments in this section, and the files, whatever the media you have uploaded, that will come under this files area. Okay. So that will come here. Then we can move on the structure. This is the block layout. Okay. So let me navigate to the home page, because I need to explain about the blocks. So you'll be able to see this page. So we have a header part and a menu part and a logo part and a user menu and the sidebar. Sidebar we have a search and the tools, and this is the main content and title part. Okay, and below we have a footer and powered by Drupal. So these pages it's a building blocks and wire it together. That way we build the page. Okay, so that is what we are going to see in this block layout page. So let me navigate to block layout first. Okay, so we have a demonstrate block regions in the block layout page, right? While click on it, it will depict how the page structure will look. Okay, we'll be able to see the secondary menu will lay here. Below that we have a header, and below the header part we have a primary menu and highlighter and feature top and breadcrumb. And this is the sidebar first and the sidebar second. We have a middle on the content. Okay, that is what this demonstration block layout regions will depict. So under that we have a list of blocks. See, say for example, if you want to display your main navigation in the header part, means you can navigate to here. I will show you the user menu, but the page will break Anyway, I will show you. If you are drag to the header part, it will come into the header part. I will. Sorry, guys. The meeting is end in 10 minutes. I got a notified. If the meeting is end, please join. Right? We can continue. I will save the box. Anyway, I will cover it very fast. Okay, if you've seen this, let me refresh the page. The page header will collapse maybe because I have changed the order. Okay, we have in the left we have a logo, and right side we have the user menu and the plain menu. So this is how you need to change the blog layout. Okay. Okay. So if you want, you can create a blog, and also if you want to create your blog through the code part also, that is possible. You have to create a coding to render your blog in your Drupal. So once the coding part is over, your blog will be available when you click on the place blog. Okay, when you click on it, this code part will be rendered, will be come in the suggestions. From there you can place the blog. Okay, that coding part we can cover it in the advanced topic. So we have a breadcrumbs and feature top. So those are the regions, whatever we have created in the theme.info file, that will be available here. Okay, sidebar first, feature bottom, and footer part. All those things will be comes here. Okay. Then let me move on. User menu and menu in a second. Okay. So I will rearrange it. Then we can talk about we talked about content types, and the article page will be very same, and we cover the block. We can talk about taxonomy then. So taxonomy is used to classify your content across your website. So when you navigate any movie review websites, you can see like Hollywood movies and the Hollywood movies. So like that kind of classification you can achieve it through this vocabulary. Through the vocabulary, you can get more taxonomy term. Okay. So you just explore it, and the views. Views is the complement to Drupal application. So through the view, you can achieve it to the page in very quickly. Okay, you can achieve it through the filter, and you can have a pager, and you can have a navigation to the next page from the Drupal views. You can display the views as a grid view, and you can put it as a list view. Whatever you can do, achieve it via views. I will show you the views page. Already by default, Drupal comes with some other views. While navigate to the view page, sorry, people, this also comes through this view. Okay, so this is the admin people. You can refer it. So let me click on the people page. Able to see this is the username, status, roles, number, lost access, operations. So you can refer these things in these views. Let me edit the view. Guys, please, if the meeting is over, please join again. Since we have a limit on the 40 minutes, for the upcoming, I can upgrade it to the premium level so that we won't have limitations and all. Sorry for that. So here you can refer the fields: username, user status, roles, created, lost access, operations, mail. So that is what comes as a table. You can refer it here in these views. Through that you can create your views also. Okay. I have covered the views, and views and all you can do it via your code also. So via code you can create a view, that is what you can render it in a application, that also you can do. That is the some that's the advanced bit advanced topic. Your as per your project requirement you may explore about it, and then you can achieve through via many things. Okay, let me move on the appearance. So appearance is the site appearance. Okay, currently we have used batik theme. Okay, so if you want you can uh, install some other themes from the Drupal.org, and if you want you can buy a paid theme also. Paid theme also you can put it in the sites default themes folder. The themes folder you can put it, that will be available in this page. Once it is available you can install and set as default, then the page layout will change. Okay, you can have an update and settings page. This is the list of themes will be available over here. We don't have any update on the model, theme layer. And this is the settings. Whatever theme we have installed, that will be comes in the second level menu. Okay, here you can, if you want, you can uncheck the user picture and shortcut icon and some other thing, means it won't show here. Okay, so logo image and the fav icon means this one. You can put it as a fav icon, fav.ico file. You can put it for the icon rendering. Okay, then batik theme. Likewise, you can have many themes as per the theme record. The settings will be come over the settings page. Okay, here you can have a different settings like color scheme and the preview. Okay, and the page element display, that also, that and all comes under this say batik settings. Okay, we have covered these four menus. Extend and all we have covered, and the configuration part and people also we have covered. Okay, this configuration part we have many menus available in the under the configuration. The first thing is people account settings. See, when you create a user uh, account page, we by default the Drupal username and photo, some other fields. If you want, you should enable more fields, right? That is what you can achieve it through this account settings manage fields. Okay, when you click on the manage fields, you will be navigated to the this page, like how we are created the content type fields. That is how you have to create the field that is for user page. Okay, so this is how you have to create. You just explore about it for this also. Then we move on the system settings, basic site settings. So here we put the site name and slogan and the email address, and this is the default front page. Okay, well, I'm creating this this is the while I'm navigating to last node also, it will be go to the this home page only. Okay, then okay, then system we cron and all we can talk about later. This content authoring means while we create a body node, we have a body area, right? Under the body area we can have a full HTML and basic HTML. Those on the we have to enable the permission for the each role. So that and all comes under content authoring. Okay, so full HTML, what are the tags you can enable, what are the tags which not comes in the full HTML, basic HTML, that and all we can configure under this text formats. User interface, I will cover it later. Then Drupal development settings. So this performance, okay, so this performance, I'll click on it. We have a clear all caches options. That is what we navigated the all caches. Okay, Both are same. Flush all caches, this button doing the same thing. This aggregation part. So as we used the themes comes with the many CSS files and the JS files. Okay, so that CSS we have many files. Can bunch of files will be loaded in the page loading time. Okay, due to avoid that, we can aggregate all those files in a single file. So those things we can achieve it via this aggregation part. While check this two button, all the CSS and JavaScript file will be minified. You cannot refer it in the page element, because those things minified version will be served via site's default files. Okay, I hope you understand those things. Maybe I talked about some of the advanced topic. If you are not sure about it, we can clear it later. Okay, no worry about it. Okay, then I can talk about logging and errors. If you have a enable that log message, you can change the logging message according to this option. Then maintenance mode. Yeah, this is the dull generate. We can see it now. Okay, as I highlighted about the well module, we can generate a dummy content. Okay, so how you will do it? While when you enable the dwell module, you should navigate the configuration and generate. Through this also you can generate, and the development menu also you can get it, get the navigation dull generate. Okay, from here you can click on the generate content. Okay, say for example, I need to create an article 10 and page tag also 10. Means if you are enable the checkbox and you can put it as a number of notes and the maximum number of words and titles also you can put it. And if you have a more language, you can create you can put it as a language also. Multi-language, multi-site concepts and all we can see it in the advanced topic. So I talked about language and users. You can create a users also. So since have only one user, this Shankar, I have enabled. So all the users, all the dummy users, author level will be saved as a Shankar. Okay, I will just click on the generate. Let's wait for 5 minutes. It's generated automatically. No need to create manually to fill out all the articles and page content. So once you generate the content, let's see what magic comes in the front end part. Yeah, it's over. Created 10 notes, generate process completed, right? I will navigate to the front end. Currently, I don't have any notes over here. When I refresh the page, you can see the magic from the Drupal, sorry, from the Dwell module. Sorry guys, since it is a development part, it takes more time. Able to see all the dummy content is filled out. Okay, able to see all the dummy content, we have it in the home page. While navigating to the content part, we can see the 10 notes. How the dull generate making our life easier. This is for the development, not in the production. Say for example, while you are in the development, you need to create a more content to expose some other things, right? See, these are the dummy content. It's automatically created. We have a basic page. We have put it as a 10 as a number, right? We have a page and it's randomly created article and page. If you want 10 article also, you can put it here. Article, if you want a 50, if you want to generate that also, you can generate. Okay, the author level is as Shankar. The status is published and updated time. Those and all you can refer. Okay, so I have covered development dull module part. Then media. So about media, we should put it our file system path. Then only we once we have to upload our images, that file will be uploaded in this path. Okay, so those things we can do it via settings page. Okay, the base URL will be used in the, this can be changed settings page. So if those things and all, you can change it in the settings page, means that will reflect in this file system. Then image styles. About image styles, when you upload a single image, if you want to have a different dimensions, you can achieve it through this area. Currently, Drupal comes with the 3 default image styles: 480 to 480, 280 to 280, 100 plus 100. So as per your need, if you want, you can change the different dimension, different styles. Once the user upload the color image, if you want to grade out the colored image, means that also you can do it. Some other modules will be available in the Drupal.org. By install it, you can achieve it. Okay. Then image toolkit until I haven't explored about it. Then search metadata, those and all, we can cover it later. Then regional language. Then this regional language and all multi-language concept, we can do it later. Web services and all API kind of thing, we can cover it later. Then people. So people interface already we have seen it. And tomorrow session, it's only about the user management. Okay. Then reports, available updates. Currently, I have installed on Drupal version. Suppose by today we have another version is available for our application, means that will comes here. By navigating in this page, we can get to know what is the version we should update. So I need to, it is a failed update message. I will do it later. Okay. Then these are log messages. This is the main thing developer we need to look at it. Whenever your website is throwing errors and your website is not able to achieve it, not able to navigate to the front end page, definitely sometimes the page admin page also will break. If not, the admin page is not break, we should navigate to the log messages. From that we can get the reference why the page is throwing the error. See, currently we have the update script running on 4th 3rd. So that time we have faced one issue. So likewise, you should navigate. See, admin toolbar already installed today. So that and all the information will be logged over in this page. Okay. Then field list, status report. While navigate to the status report, you can see about all the Drupal information. What is the Drupal version you are using? What is the PHP version? And there are many information available. So lost con run, Drupal version, Apache version, the all tool version will available in this part. We have 2 errors and the settings that should be protected, and trusted host settings I haven't set the trusted host and protected, and so all the information we can get to know through this page. And view plugins, this and all I won't go for it normally. And view plugins. So these are the things provided by user. So using these are the modules. What purpose we have used these plugins? Those and all will come over here. Okay. Then help part. So here you can get to know about the module overviews. What are the modules we have installed? So those and all comes over here. Okay, we have admin toolbar and Drell module we have installed, right? Drell, yeah. Other than that, that is the default comes in the Drupal core packages. Okay, so pretty much we have covered the admin interface. Once you are familiar with the admin interface, we can extend as per our needs. So as I said in the first week task, I asked you to install the Drupal local development, and in this today topic, I asked you to set a website in a single page application. So SPA, which means single page application with blog feature. Blog feature means you can do it like this one. How we created an article that should comes in the front end part. Okay, so today's task is this one. Hopefully, this session is very useful to you. Please utilize this every week session. If you have any doubts, any project related queries, we can do it in the one-on-one call. And please explore about it more and more about this Drupal. And let me close the record as of now. We can, this is a questionnaire session. Please wait for a moment. Recording.